Hello, hello.
Gentleman admin just followed.
Thank you for the follow, gentleman admin. Welcome to my cat, W1. Welcome. Hope you guys are doing okay today. Soma, welcome. Hello, Hyan. Hopefully you guys are having a good week of games. I had to upload 800 plus Go Seigen games this morning to Smago Dragon. Oh my gosh, that was so tedious. Cannot tell you how tedious that was, but that was daggum tedious. But there are now over 800 Go Seigen games on Smago Dragon. Nice. Clausius is a 12-year-old's mispronunciation of Gracias. Yeah, I manually added each game. I have a thing. I wrote a function to... Hey, thank you for the
gifted 5 subscriptions to the
gifted
community.
subs. Thank you. Very appreciated.
Hype train started. Emote underscore Colossi super emote underscore Colossi super emote underscore Colossi super emote underscore Colossi super emote underscore Colossi super.
Classy super mode. Okay. It's more annoying than stressful. So I wrote a thing that will go through and like grab all the information out of the SGF, but I didn't write it to deal with more than one file at a time. So I dragged it, dropped it, and clicked upload, and then dragged it, dropped it, clicked upload, dragged it, dropped it, clicked upload, dragged it, dropped it, clicked upload, over 800 times. Twitch subs is a way to support the streamer financially, because half of it goes to the streamer, half of it goes to Twitch. And then sometimes streamers will have rewards, like I have a sub goal of 30, which when I reach it, I give away a lesson to people in chat. So it's just a way of supporting. Yeah, it was something. I definitely, oh, dead gummit, I can't believe I just did that. I definitely would have preferred to just be able to drag and drop like 100 at a time like I do for Go Problems. Go Problems I upload like 100 at a time. But nope, I can only do one at a time with this. Okay, let's do basics. If I Atari, he takes, I go if he's there, that's definitely alive. The Tsuji looking shape is right here. The Ataris, I connect, he can't connect. He can't go there, so he takes, I connect. Yeah, it looks like it's here. Yeah. I've thought about doing a Go YouTube channel app like you're doing, but better to, what is it? I don't have the link. I can't find it. Anyway, but I would have to set up an automated way to add videos that have the Baduk tag. And then I could, or add channels that I'm following, and every time they uploaded, I was thinking about using like, I think it's Zip, I don't know, some software that will watch for me, and every time one of the users that I'm watching uploads, it'll send an API call to my website to upload their video. Zell, Zip, Cell, something. Test 1, 2. It looks like it fixed it. All right. Oh, hey, what did we get? I got a hype chest. Hello, Paige. How did I get the hype? Did I miss something? Oh, I got the hype, I guess. I don't know. Thanks for that. Okay. Hopefully the mic is good now. I can't believe I messed up this one right there. So stupid. Have any of you had the chance to check out the pro game feature on Mega Dragon? Is there any requests that you have, any feedback, anything you like, dislike? Hey, Virtual! Thank you for the sub.
Thefridgeful just subscribed for 9 months. Thanks for all your work, Clossius. I'm learning a lot here.
Awesome, awesome. Nice. When will you be streaming? Do you know what like days of the week you want to stream? Let's say it's here, and then descend. Here. What? No, I thought I had it. Awesome. Oh no, you lost an opportunity to close a ladder. Ah, you can't this week. Okay. Copy paste the game. I don't think I'm gonna get the last two. I usually never do. Dang it. Yeah, I usually never get the last two. Hmm. I just want to look at the one I got wrong real quick. Explore. Okay, I thought I had this one. Okay, so why does this one not work? If I go here, they go there. Oh, because if I go there and they take and I go here, they can just do that. Ah, dang it. I had almost every single move too. Ah, dang it. I almost had that one. I was like 80% there. Okay, am I reviewing for black or white?
Review started.
You are white. Gotcha, gotcha. How's your first week going? Are you playing games? Have you watched the Colossi approach at all? High because you have support on both sides. You develop when you're strong, you settle when you're weak. Okay, so here the thing you don't want to do is attach, because if you attach one stone touching one stone, both sides get strong. So attachments are good for invasions, but not for attacking, because if you attack, they get strong. You don't want them to get strong. You want them to stay weak, right? And then the second thing you want to do is take the base. So you do want to surround. Surrounding is good. Capping moves are usually good for surrounding. So this would be an option. Now, there is a potential slide into the corner. Maybe you're okay with that, maybe you're not. So you could go here and then cap. And then you can get fourth line territory while they're running away, potentially. But you want to take the base and use these capping moves. These capping moves are kind of the moves that you're aiming at. The background board seems misaligned with the grid. What do you mean? Nice. Nice. Doing great. Click on a game. Let me go back to 100%. So you mean on the SGF editor page? Wait, I think I might know. Okay, let me ask you, are you using the default stones? Are you using the default stones? The default stones are off-centered, and I didn't know it when I uploaded them, but they're off-centered because of the shadow. So if I put the default stones and refresh, you'll see them off-center. So it's the stones that are off-center, not the board. And it's only those particular pieces. but it wasn't worth getting rid of them. But yeah, they are off-center, but it's only the pieces. That's because of the shadow, the way the shadows were set up on it. I just never cared enough to fix it. But yeah, I realized that when I was playing with that that's probably what you were talking about. All right, surround. I'm just not sure how much worth it is to fix those particular images. Maybe I should. It's only 2 images. I don't remember when I uploaded them. It's been like a year and a half, 2 years now since I uploaded those because they were one of the originals. Okay, cutting them off is fine. Actually, at this level, what I really want you doing is checking these cutting points. And right now, this is not a ladder. Right? So I would love to see you fixing your cutting point. And then you can maybe make an extension. Okay. This does fix the cut because you have the diagonal net. If you don't know the diagonal net, that's more net problems on Smago Dragon. I actually did a Facebook post on it last week on diagonal nets. No, I did a Facebook post on the bamboo joint nets. Never mind. It was in the campaign that I do diagonal nets. All right, notice how you have 2 cutting points now. This is a common DDK shape where you have 2, and then you Hane, and then 2, and then you Hane, and then 2, and then you Hane, then 2, then you Hane. And I kind of call this the steps shape, where you step up, and then you step up, and then you step up, and then you step up. The reason this is so bad is because you have a cutting point right here and a cutting point right here. And every single time you do it, you get another cutting point. So 1 cutting point we can handle. But the moment we have all these, we'll clear this up. The moment we have all of these, I can start thinking about cutting you. Now, obviously, if I cut you here, you might just kill me here. But what if I want to do a trade? What if I trade for that? You know, I got that option to consider. So it's probably not good, but I want you to be aware every time you play a Hane, you are adding a cutting point, and you need to have a plan for them. Okay, good. Okay, pincer, nice. Don't back down from the pincers. Very good. Very good. It's perfect. Perfect. Okay, yeah, perfect. Yeah, you did perfect there. Doesn't he stream more than I do? Yeah, he keeps going live when I'm live. I blame him, it's his fault. But I had to stop scheduling around him because he streams so much. I never had like an opportunity to stream if I did that. So I had to just stop worrying about when he streamed because I tried to avoid him at one point, and it just became too difficult because he kept adding more stream times. And so it became too difficult to keep up with his stream times and my stream times. So I just stopped caring. I think now you don't have any presence on the left. So actually, let me rephrase that. There is something between every opening move, right? You have the star points that you started with, right? When you start your first 4 moves, you're in the opening and you play something between the 2 moves. So there's lots of stones right now between your starting moves. Between these 2 moves, there's lots of stones. There just needs to be 1 stone, but you actually have lots. Here, there's lots of stones. And then here, there's 1, 2, 3 stones between the starting moves. Once there is something between all the starting moves on every side, all 4 sides, there's something between all the starting moves, you should be thinking more about the center after that. So what I use to visualize it is I draw a square of the center using the star points, and then I divide it into 4. Okay? So now I want to say, do I want the a square, b square, c square, or d square? Which one do I want to be in? Okay, right now, white has a lot of influence in the b square. The a square is kind of shared, so we got white and black. The c square down here is mostly black, but white's kind of looking into it, but it is pretty far. So black could potentially develop the bottom left. And then the bottom right square, the D square, white is looking at more than black, but black is technically here, but white has a little bit better option. And let's go through each of these. So the way we can develop the top right usually is just jumps. So you could play a knight's move here or a 1-point jump. It's a little slow, but it's possible. You could jump right here, which would build the top right a little bit. You could potentially, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. If you want to build the top left that's shared, you could use a capping move, which I think is very valuable because it's also kind of supporting the top right as well. So let's imagine that black did a capping move instead of you, here or here. And now you can see that black is developing this section while pushing down your influence right here. All right, so you want to look at this influence stuff in the center. So a lot of the times what you'll find is in an influence versus influence position, usually you want to build while reducing. So I think this move would be fantastic because caps and shoulder hits are great ways to develop. So not only are you building the top side position right now, you're also preventing black from building their position. So I think that'd be a great way to do it. Another move I'm looking at for black is this shoulder hit, which from the shoulder hit, it's jump, peep, sideways jump. This would be a great way to develop this area for black. So these are the ways that I'm thinking about developing. Another way white could develop is to play the shoulder hit on the 2-space jump. This is kind of a side Joseki, but if you play the shoulder hit on the 2-space jump and jump back, it goes to a 1-1 pattern, 1 jump to a 1 jump pattern. And this is true on a 2-space jump on the 3rd line. This is a common forcing pattern. And the way this works is I can do this to build up the top right section. Okay, these are different developing strategies. So I see white has a lot of influence and black has this influence. So probably I'm going to go along with something over here. That's, I think, probably what to do. So probably a capping move is very simple. You could do a little bit more forcing. So maybe you could say, I'm going to go here and jump in, or maybe I go here. And if you stop my influence, I'm going to destroy your points. This is like a question. Are you going to let me get it or not? And if they block, then you can play a capping move. And now you've gotten a little bit bigger. Maybe you could even go here first and then go here. And you're threatening another move. So if they take rotate somehow, you can even get here. And all of a sudden you're getting control of this entire thing. These are ways you can think about the center. All right, so that's inspirational ideas. And start with caps and shoulder hits. Caps and shoulder hits are great. This is okay to prevent, what you're doing right now is preventing this shoulder hit here for black to develop. So I think that's fine, but I probably play a 2-space simply because black is strong in this area. If you play a 3-space, you can, but it is gonna get a weak group. So potential problems. Another option you can do is to attach to the corner enclosure, to the Shamari. The pattern that you would expect is this. Okay, this is the pattern you would expect. Anything else is fine as long as you settle. It's fine as long as you settle. And then if they just take away your base somehow, then you can just jump back. And then this number 1 stone is light. If they do this, you can cross-cut, but this one's quite complicated, I think. This is above this level, but that's another option. If they do that, you... maybe this is the simplest. That's the simplest. And if they cut that, then you just walk into the corner. And then they destroy their corner, right? So they can't cut. They can't capture or cut and capture. They had fix, they e-fix. Anyway, that's another idea. Don't worry about memorizing it. If you don't remember it, don't worry about it. Okay, that's more of like a bonus idea. If you remember it, cool. If you don't worry about it. It's just bonus information. All right, notice how black played shoulder hit to develop, but you see how it's only halfway of the square? So this is not big at all, because you want at least a full square to be developing, or like on the top, you want almost two squares to be developing. Right? You want these big squares and rectangles. But notice how black has a half a square rectangle, so that's slow. This is endgame, so you don't need it. Probably I'd go one more, just so that way it's not Hane ahead of 2. Just to have good shape. But honestly, you don't even need to do anything. You just literally go here. If they go here, you just jump and you're alive. So like, what's the problem? Right? You don't have to do anything. Hey, now we're fighting over local stuff and you're leaving a lot of cutting points. This is where you're gonna die. If you lose games from dead groups, it's because of stuff like this. Just fix your cutting point. There's no reason to have a cutting point here. Because if I'm black, I'm gonna go here. I have a Shamari and everything. I want to fight. Black is connected everywhere. Black's alive everywhere. Black should fight. Yeah, I think neither player has no idea what they're doing now. And so they're kind of flopping around the board. Notice how no points. You actually lost points down here. You got a cutting point. No points, no points, no points. No one's developing a single thing. Like, everyone's like exchanging 1 or 2 points maybe, but no one's developing anything. So hopefully after that segment that I told you about developing, this sort of makes sense on how the middle game can be played in order to make your moves more valuable. So now notice how you're actually making a lot of value because you're getting all this influence. So that's doing good. Oh man, did you say thank you? Did you like take them out to dinner for this? That is so nice. If a woman treats you this nicely, you need to take her to dinner, okay? She like is so nice to you that it's equal to someone fixing a dangerous cutting point for you. Like, that is a woman worth keeping. This is all Dame. This is all Dame. Like, go punish and destroy the left somehow. Maybe like this. You could destroy the left. You could push and then shoulder hit to build the top. Yeah, we're fighting over pennies right now. You know, I say pennies. That's an American currency, isn't it? What is the what is some other stuff that's like pennies? I don't know if that expression exists in other cultures, but like fighting over the smallest currency. Uh-oh. This is Go problems. That's Go problems. Okay, good. These are not cutting stones. What's the currency in Vietnam? You're fighting over... You're fighting over dogs. You're fighting over dogs. That's what you do. Okay, the expression doesn't work nearly as well. It doesn't work nearly as well in your language or your currencies, okay? The expression is a little bit different. Oh man, that's funny. The expression doesn't work.
Fred Quall _ 42
Thank you
just
for the
follow.
follow, Fred. All right, so one thing I don't like here is it's 2 stones. Okay? Do not try to save 2 stones for no reason. They need to either be 1, cutting stones, or 2, represent an area. So for example, this stone represents this chunk. These 2 stones, if they were alive, would be cutting stones. These 2 stones are neither a chunk nor are they cutting stones. They're not cutting anything. Okay, so sack them. Sacrifice them. Just sacrifice them. You don't have to save them. Only save cutting stones and big stones. The escape is right here. That way you don't get into a net. Because your allies are that way, there's no allies that way. You want to run to your allies or to the open center. Okay, looking nice, looking nice. No, you punished their cutting point, but you ignored a cutting point to do it. Defense first. Defense first. And then you link them to Samego Dragon, and then show them the very first thing in the campaign, which is how to capture. Okay, now you're in trouble. Now you're in trouble. Good thing your opponent doesn't know how to ladder or net. Wait, no, stay connected, stay connected. Don't get cut. Getting cut is how you die. Oh dear. You are just dead. This is a ladder. And this ladder is one of the squeeze ladders. So squeeze the Sujis and ladders. Okay, I actually have a chance right here. If you go down to kill them, it's a co. So now you can start making co threats. So you could have made a co right here, but asking a double-digit Q to make a co is like asking an infant to make $100. I don't know. Making a co is really hard at this level. I would be seriously impressed if you could intentionally make a co. No, wait, we have to stay on the group somehow. Yeah, I don't know. You're probably gonna die. I don't think there's a way out of this. Yeah, and then the rest is in-game. Have I mentioned this to you before? When they play the in-game move, do not block if this stone right here only has 2 liberties. If it only has 2 liberties, it's a great way to die. Come on, chat. My Twitch chat won't let me click. Thank you. I couldn't click it. Why? It wasn't letting me. My Twitch chat window wasn't letting me click it. Good, good. Your opponent actually messed it up. They're supposed to do this, double Atari. Yeah, I think your game is mostly good. Once you understand the center, I think it'll be good. But the fighting that gets you in trouble, here, some stuff here, and here were all cutting points. Yep, so more practice with the cutting points and understand the center. Thank you for stopping by, Soma. Yeah, and I'll leave it at that, and hopefully you found this review helpful. All right. Anyone else have a game they would like reviewed? Or any questions? Any questions or any reviews? Any comments on Mega Dragon, which is the sponsor of today's stream? Today is thanks to Mega Dragon, more or less. I work on Mega Dragon like almost every day. Oh, Aspen's actually passed 300. He actually started doing problems finally. Oh, my notification things are broke. Or don't look good. I gotta fix that. Why is there always something wrong? I feel like there's always something wrong. The life of a coder. Mm-hmm. Always something. But yeah, 800 Go Seigen games. Hey, Lee Chung-go. Okay, let me fix the stone pieces because we did that earlier. Let's see. What do I want? What do I want? This is fine. And refresh. This page I don't like at all. I'm using a Isogo, and I'm just messing with the CSS of it a lot. But I don't like it. So I'm not sure what I'll do about it. Honestly, I could build everything on here except for this node tree. I could do everything else on this page except for this node tree. Which I might just do for viewing pro games. I might not worry about the node tree for viewing pro games. So that way I can just make this look a little bit nicer. But for Go problems, the node tree is very important. But I don't know how to make it. The math is complex. What? Someone played 3-3? Crazy. I'm surprised that he played right here. Typically, it's bad style to have everything on one side of the board. And typically, it's bad style to have everything on one side of the board. I read it in a Go Seigen book. Okay, we're using shoulder hits. Black is playing very loose, light and loose. Oh man, I would hate to be both players in this game. Black is getting attacked in 3 different places, but at the same time, Black has territory and white doesn't until these attacks are worked on. This is the SGF editor, which is still a page that I need to make better. But when you click on one of these games, it'll open it in a new tab on this SGF editor. Okay. Are we black or white? Looks like we are white.
Review started.
We are single digit Q. I want to recommend here. Simply because players can default to this pattern and it's always fine. So you want to make the game more complex and outread them, then you can go low. Now they can still simplify it like this, but at least here they don't get as much. So this is fine. This is perfectly fine. But in my opinion, it's too easy to respond to. It's too simple. For a single digit Q, you need to make the game more complicated. I believe it's just here. Just here, and then you can do whatever. Yeah, don't stress. Why even play it? Why even play it? If it's too small to fix, then it's too small to play. You have proved your own point that it's too small. Nice. Cap. More pressure. Punch him in the face. Punch them in the face. At least go here. This is more Sente. This is too ignorable. Also, it's bad shape because you have 2 cutting points. How do you get out of this? Oh, you cut them back. Makes sense. Makes sense. Feels good for black. Because this was yours. And now you got an even result, but you had the advantage. I want to say it's good for black. This is okay. I would prefer... I don't know. It's fine. It doesn't matter. Can I help you, Kat? Why do you always come bother me when I'm streaming? This is a waste of move. It looks like you realized because you stopped playing on it, but it doesn't do anything. The shoulder hit also doesn't do anything. Just go invade. Just go invade here or here. I think you don't know what to do, so you're playing a shoulder hit, but the shoulder hit is to develop this section, but there's all these black stones right here. Also, it's only half the square. Not even a full square. And it's not even developing or reducing. So this is a... there's always approach a 4th line stone, so approach B. There's always 3/3. For the large knight, there's always C as well. It's maybe uncomfortable, but it's possible. Like, it might not be the optimal move, but if you don't know what else to do, this is definitely a point to check. Do I stream at night? No, typically at night I'm spending time with the wife or something. Because she gets home at 5, and so we only have like 4 or 5 hours that we actually get to be together. So in the evenings, probably not going to stream. Not without a very good reason. I feel like your last several, like this weekend's potentially, but I should be streaming next weekend at the Go tournament. Like, you're not getting any value from these. Hey, see, you did invade. It's maybe not the best one, but you went for it. You did it. Probably want to escape. Run away! Run away! Run away! Don't live on the second line. But hey, you invaded. You invaded. You didn't know where to play, and now you played. That one at least got value. It didn't, maybe not the best value, but at least got value. It didn't die. This is silly. There's a literal double Atari right there. Yeah, you're losing so many moves in the middle game. It looks like once the position became neutral and settled, you didn't know what to do, and then you just started throwing away points. Like, you play a lot of dame moves, you died on the left, you're playing dame moves in the bottom. The bottom right, you at least got some value by destroying some points. But it looks like in the middle game, you just don't know where to play. And I think this is just silliness. I'm not sure where your brain's at here. Because I don't know how you missed the double Atari. When there's no blatant weak groups, make something worth invading. Make something big enough that they want to invade, so that way you can attack something. That's how you create weak groups. That was intentional. I don't know why, but okay. Chicago, let me, actually, it is next weekend, yeah. Yeah, next weekend, Chicago tournament. My cat is demanding attention. I need to book the hotel today before I forget. Yeah, you don't force things and Go. You can set up things, you can threaten things, but you can't force things and Go. Go is too flexible. If you try to force something, usually it'll backfire. Okay. Looks like your end game's going decent. This is possible, I guess. Not my favorite spot, but I don't know where else to play. Okay, but at least you're getting points. You're getting points. That doesn't work. I'm assuming you were aiming for this move and didn't read it far enough. You cannot do this. This is more 3Q, 2Q, 1Q, but basically it's like, if it doesn't work, don't do it, right? And the thing is, you have to hold yourself accountable to the reading. It's like, oh, I didn't read it deep enough, or I misread. That can't happen once you're 3Q, 2Q, 1Q. This is something you have to learn, is you can't just say I misread it. You just read it and don't misread it. Now, obviously, it's easier said than done, but all these little simple variations you need to know don't work. And that's how you get from the last 2 Q levels to Dawn level. Like 3Q, 2Q, 1Q to get to 1 Dawn is usually just this. Is just don't play stuff that you are capable of reading out in advance. And if it doesn't work, and you were capable, it's something within your reading ability, then it shouldn't happen. It's easier said than done, but that sort of sharp discipline is what separates like 3Q and 1 done. That sharp reading discipline. Like even here, like this one, you're gonna die, right? There's no question about it. So then just do whatever you're wanting to do. So if you're trying to squeeze it, then just squeeze it, right? I don't know what you're planning to do, but it should die, right? I'm not misreading anything. Yeah, it should die. This is a big move. Mm-hmm. The response to the monkey, that if you can't bonk it on the head and force it to go back, you bonk it on the shoulder. If you can't bonk the monkey on the head, bonk it on the shoulder. Is there a way to tell? Yeah, if they can extend and you can't cut them, bonk it on the shoulder. If you bonk it on the head, they need to go back. If they can extend, then bonking it on the head didn't work. So you have to bonk it on the shoulder. When you block, they need to go back. If they don't have to go back, then you're doing the wrong bonk. I'm so confused why you just do this. There's no follow-up, so I don't know what you're after. When do you bonk them on the back? When you can cut. If you can cut, that's when you bonk them on the back. But in this case, this one actually is not bad. The problem is they can ignore this. This one's not bad either. The point is, you lost a point right here, and you didn't need to. You had an idea, but then you didn't follow it up. So you just lost a point and had no follow-up. So I have no idea what you were after. You just lost a point for no reason. Okay, I'm going to say this is an acceptable level of misreading because this is hard to like understand that it just doesn't work. But I'm gonna show you an easy counter. If I just go right here and then right here, I get this move in Sente, and then I can get the tiger's mouth. There's no issue. So instead, just play the endgame. Moves like these, this one's complicated, so I understand going for it if you thought you were losing. So like it's an acceptable level of risk in this game, but typically, normally, players around this level will lose like 10 to 15 points in the endgame from moves like these. If they had just played a normal endgame, they would have changed the value by like 5 or 6 points. Assuming that nothing happens here, right? Assuming nothing happens here. Now, this one's complicated enough that I think it's okay for you to try, but a lot of the times there will be simple variations that they just like, it looks like there might be something and they don't even read it and they'll play. Instead of playing the end game, they're going to play something that may or may not work. And if it doesn't work, they just lost 5 or 6 points. And that habit of just playing it without reading it is a way that I will gain like 20, 30 points against a single GQ. Why are you not following it up? Oh, because here. Well, then I can take it, it's still a KO. I thought you were after the KO. You're not following up your moves. Okay. Oh. Okay. Okay. Then it brings me back to the question of, you play here, black plays here. What was your plan if black played the tiger's mouth? Because I'm assuming you were like, this might be something. Okay, this might be something. I know, and I can see the assumption there that it may look scary. So your opponent's going to not do that. What was your follow-up plan? And if you didn't have one, then that's exactly the problem that I was mentioning, where you just are playing moves and just losing points without thinking about it, without even reading it. Because your opponent's going to try to not do that. They're going to try to counter you. Tanuki was your follow-up plan. No, you can't just lose points. You can't just lose points because you lose the end game for that. You lose the end game, you lose co-threats. You can't just lose points if you're not going to follow it up. You just need to read it and know the answer. A lot of the times, that's what separates strong players from weaker players. It's just knowing if something works or not. And then if it doesn't work, don't do it. If it does work, do it. Just that act of knowing, and then just playing it if it works or not. Just reading it and knowing the answer. You could improve your end game like 30 points. This is the co threat. Don't play it. Save it for a co. You lost a fraction of a point right there. I think your end game can be improved maybe 20 to 30 points. But I would say the bigger thing is the middle game. You played a lot of moves that you just didn't know what to do. And I think if you could fix that, your game would be a lot more powerful. Because a lot of the local fighting you know how to do, right? So it looks like your local fighting is above 5Q, but your ability to build a position from scratch is like below 5Q. So you have like something that's stronger than 5Q and something that's weaker than 5Q. And it just depends on what type of game happens. Is there any way to help with that? Yeah, the understanding the center squares, like I mentioned earlier. So let's see, there wasn't a fight after this point, right? So where's the open section? So in this board, this is the open section. Make something worth invading or go invade theirs. Hey, thank you for the sub, Flumple Dumple.
Flumple Dump just subscribed.
Flump. We're gonna say Flump. Thank you for the sub, Flump. Either build something that they will want to invade, or invade them. Right. So let's see. That could have looked like maybe something like this. Or maybe a shoulder hit. You could have invaded them here or here. This is very common to the large knight. This is a common invasion point. See what the AI says. AI is great for building inspiration as well. AI will show you a lot of cool stuff. Okay, that's one. Shoulder hit is one. Just a straight jump is another. 1 point or less is usually fine. Peep to the large knight is another. So any of these... Wait, your move? Oh, this move is? What is this move? Oh, you jump locally, and then what you're doing is you're going to build influence. No? I don't know. I don't know what it's doing. I don't know what it's doing. But yeah, I think AI reviewing pro games, understanding the center more, will really help you improve your meta game. Just understanding how to build something from nothing, or just invade them. If you like fighting, just invade them. Learn where your invasion points are. If you're a big fighter, then just invade. And then do life and death problems. If you're really good at life and death problems, then invasions are great. But yeah, game reviews, pro game reviews, which we have on some Mega Dragon. With that though, I don't know how I feel about modern games for building positions, but maybe it's fine. Yeah, this one is the EGP final. This one looks pretty simple. I was gonna recommend older Japanese pro games. Can be good for building shapes, but maybe more modern ones might be better for building the center, because a lot of the modern games are more center oriented and the older ones are more territory oriented. So if you want shape, you go older, but maybe you should go modern games for learning how to fly and float and build the center. You need a lot of good reading for modern games. Pro, I recommend to review. Not right off the bat. I would say review like the latest game once a day. Like just, let's see, May 8th, May 8th, May 8th, May 8th. Like I'm uploading games daily. So maybe just review 1 game a day or 2 games a day. It's perfectly fine. As for a specific player, we do have Go Sagan, which Go Sagan was a genius at playing, but he's also really difficult to follow. But it did just upload 800 Go Sagan games, so it wouldn't hurt to go over his games. It could only help you, I think. Yeah, there's 800 Go Sagan games. 1970s is probably when he was old, right? So you probably want to see more in his prime. So let's limit this to maybe 1950. Oh, I don't know if it'll apply both filters though. I wonder what'll happen. Oh, I didn't click. Dead comment. 19. Let's do 19. Maybe 1960. 1960. Click a date. Search. And then it'll give me that number. There should be plenty of Go Sagan games in here. Go Sagan, Go Sagan, Go Sagan. Yeah, plenty of Go Sagan games in here. I need to make these stackable filters. That's what I need to do. Because now that I just went to do it, I'm like, I want a specific year of a specific player. I want them to stack. Right now they're separate filters, and I want them to stack. Yeah, maybe 1960s Go Sagan. I don't know, whenever his prime was. Don't overdo it. Just 1 or 2 a day is fine. Or whenever you just want. You need to replay it on a real board. But don't overdo it and not play games. Playing games is going to be the #1 thing to improve. I cannot stress enough that playing games is the #1 reason you were probably a Q player, because you're not playing enough games. Yeah, these games are nice. Lots of 3-4s. Obviously. I don't know if you know Go history, but lots of 3-4s back in the day. Yep. Maybe go Sagan in modern games, because you want to learn more about the center. Is there a specific way to review pro games replay it on a real board that uses kinetic memory? It helps you remember it better. So just replay it on a real board. I don't know, 5-10 minutes on the game. Just replay the first 50 to 100 moves. Like once you get to a stopping point, after move 50 to 100, there's maybe a stop in the fight. You can keep going if you want to see how the second half of the middle game works. But just go until you feel like you got a good gist of it, and then play another game or do another game. If you want to replay the entire game, you can. It's not the most efficient, but you will consistently learn things. Like, for example, if you played the entire game, you will also learn endgame. And if you struggle with endgame, then replaying the entire game can be helpful. You can just see where their endgame is and how fast they get to it. And because you're playing it out, your eyes will automatically read a little bit while you're playing it out. Don't go as fast as you can. Pick up the piece, play it, click. Pick up the piece, play it, click. Pick up the piece, play it, next move. Pick up the piece, play it, next move. Pick up the piece, next move. Or you can go next, see the next 5 moves and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can watch the board. You want to just let your eyes absorb the flow, if that makes sense. The flow and the shapes. Let your eyes absorb the flow and the shapes. And all you're doing is like brainwashing yourself a little bit with pro moves. Yeah, that's kind of what you're doing. Is you're using your kinetic memory, your muscle memory, to brainwash yourself with pro moves. That's kind of the idea. I know there was a pro. I talked to a 9-Dan pro, and he said one thing that he did, because he had a lot of time, was he would go through like a Go magazine. So like I have this book, 2013 Samsung, right? All the games from the 2013 Samsung Cup. And he would go through the book one game at a time, and he would just replay every game in the book. And he would just like spend all day. Be like, okay, dot, and then you go to the next game. Okay. Dot. And he'd go through the entire book in like a day or two. That was one thing that he did to practice. And it was just a way to train himself. So, I know for kids in Korea that have a lot more time, they will memorize 100 pro games with their opening. So probably now they probably do it with AlphaGo. I haven't been there since AlphaGo. But for that, you'll need to use pattern search, which it's just this button right here. Pattern search will open wall theories for you. And then you can click through your opening. And you'll find 100 pro moves with your opening. Or 100 pro games with your opening. And you basically replay 100 games with your opening. This is another thing that they do. I'm not saying if you have time for it, you can do it, but this is not the most efficient of practice. It's not the most efficient way to improve, but it is a way to like sharpen your game. So you just pick your opening, you'll play it with star points. You play it with 3-4 points. Maybe you play it with 2-3-4 points. All right, and then you just do 100 games with different white moves, and you just learn your opening inside and out. Oh, Kim Young-sum. What did he do? Is this in Europe? I think Young-sum is a dude I knew in Korea. I can't get over the shapes of strong players. Their shapes are so perfect. There always is a plan for the cutting point. There's always a sharp accuracy. The shapes are like really well sharpened and fine tuned. And efficient. I love how little territory there is too. At the high level, they just know how to take it so efficiently that there's never any territory. Yeah, I don't know if I want to paywall it, but I probably should, right? I don't know. I don't know if I want to paywall it, but it is like literally daily effort and hours of my life that I'm doing this. So it could be subscribers only, but this is one of the features that I'm like, maybe this will bring people to the site. I don't know. I don't know if I want to paywall it. I'm a bad businessman. I think it's a great feature. I'm hoping people will like it and use it, but I don't know if I want to paywall it. I'm so scared to paywall something and not get users. Thing is there a free alternative of a pro game database? Like, I don't know if there is a free alternative. What I could do is just paywall the filters. Like, make the filters paywalled. And then you can still see the latest games. But right now, I think I need user testing more than anything. Yeah, right now I need to build a database worth anything and then get user testing and stuff. But yeah, like, it is a lot of effort to keep up with, though. I'm hoping people will enjoy it, though. I hope this is a feature that a lot of people use. I have been checking the analytics, and I'm not convinced of how many people are using it yet. SmartGo costs money, though. It's not a subscription, though. It is a subscription. It's a yearly subscription, right? SmartGo also costs money. SGF list. There we go. The SGF list looks like we get about 4 minutes. That's not bad. 4 minutes is pretty good. 52 users. There we go. It's a good start. That is a very good start to the page. I do like SmartGo Kifu's UI, though. I struggle so hard with good UI. I try so hard to make a good, clean UI, and I'm not the greatest at it. I think the biggest thing that I hate right now is this page. I really hate this SGF editor. I think it's so ugly. Now, granted, it's a huge improvement from This is what it was. This is what it started with. This is how it started. Okay, this is what I had to work with at the start, and I turned it into this. I think this is ugly, but this is like something else. What's Chessbase? That's not chess.com, right? So Chessbase. Chessbase. Database. Wow, this is fancy. Hi, Gandalf. This is using pattern search, which I don't know how to do yet. I don't know how to do pattern searching yet. I have to come up with the formula to do it, because SGF files are complicated. What does a chess record look like? How do I download a chess game? Where's like the latest games? Oh, there's so much stuff. I can't find anything. Okay, so I can... Oh, that's premium. Okay, let's go to chess.com. This is a lot cleaner to me than that last website. UI-wise, this is a lot less information. Even this is a lot, but at least it's cleaner. Where's my game records? If I click here, games... do that. How do I download it? Settings. No, how do I download it? Download. Add to library, share. Image, PNG, embed. Download, there we go. So this is a PNG file. Why is it a PNG file? I don't want a PNG file. I want the freaking game record. Oh, is this it? Is this what it is? PGN. So it's a PGN file. Okay. And then open with Notepad. All right, so this is a chess game record. Okay, now my assumption is this is a lot easier to do a pattern search on than, say, for example, this. Because I feel like you could separate this by the periods. And just ignore so the first bit would be the information. So if you split it by the periods, you would have all your moves. This one though, there's no simple split way because there's the potential for branches. So it's not nearly as simple to split. But I don't know how branches work on chess.com or the PGN file. So I don't know. I don't know how to do the pattern recognition. I had one idea, but it was going to be way too expensive to implement, and it was really stupid. One idea that I had was I was going to upload the pro game, and then I was going to create a string of the first of every position for the first 50 moves. So it would be like -1 for white, 0 for empty, and 1 for black. And I would basically capture a string for every single position for the first 50 moves. So it would be string 1, string 2, string 3, string 4. And then I could do a search for comparing all the strings, or I called them moves. I could do a search for a move with a specific position, right? But that was going to be too expensive to make because that was I had created 50 data types for every single game that I uploaded. And if I'm uploading like tens of thousands of games, it's too much data, too expensive. So instead, I need to figure out how to do the pattern search with the SGF as a whole instead of just a position out of the SGF. And I don't know how to do it. I have no idea how I'm going to do it. Does chess have game records? Looks like it just has lectures. How do I replay like, here we go, game database. There we go, Garry Kasparov. And then I can review this game. This does not have pattern search though. Select an opening or player to search. So every single game, Scotch game, Queen's Gambit, English opening, how in the world did they do that? So every single game, it has the name of the opening. I wonder if I could do that though. I bet you I could. I just did opening searches. Unfortunately, I limit it to 1 per day, simply because I do offer private lessons. So if you want like more games, then I usually just recommend Get Lessons. But otherwise, it's just one per stream. I bet you I could do this actually, because for game records don't really have branches most of the time. So I don't really need to worry about branches for pro games. Yeah, no worries. Then I could just do I could just capture this first string and be like, check if the SGF contains black PD, white DD, black QP, white DP, and get the first 4 moves. Be like, here's your opening. And just get the first 4 moves. And I bet you I could find SGFs doing that. That might be a good start to the pattern database. That'd be a good start, I think. But yeah, this is something. This is definitely something. The only reason I need this is because of the stupid node tree. These node trees, man. I don't get it. Where's my game history? Where's my profile? Yeah, it seems so easy to make a node tree. but it's only easy if there's only one branch. As soon as you add variations to it, it's no longer easy. So if I wanted like commentary or something. Yours was Go base. No, chess base. It was chess base. I really like this page. This feels so fancy. How many games is it pulling from? Yeah, I don't know how you would do it with annotations. And so no, I can do comments. Annotations are basically comments. I can do comments. I cannot do branches of a different move without the node tree. Really? What do you mean Monopoly? It's like chess.com and Lichess not allowed to have the access to, they don't have their own chess games? Oh, their market is professional players? Like the customer is the professional player, or their product is professional players? Gotcha. Gotcha. That's interesting. My product is not for pros. There's not enough professional Go players. My product is definitely for amateurs. Professional Go players there's not enough for them. There's not enough of them to be worth anything. The only move is bishop takes c3. Bishop takes c3. It's the only move. There's no other move. And then yeah, this would be bishop takes c3. What? That's what I just did. Bx captures c3. Oh, lowercase b is a pawn. Got it. B pawn takes c3. Got it. Okay. Chess notation's hard. SGF notation's much harder, though. I like how this looks. There's so much information, though. But it is very fancy. Fancy filters. Yeah, right now, I just need to upload hundreds of programs. Or thousands of programs. I uploaded like 800 today. So once I get thousands of programs, I can make this even fancier and maybe get something like this going. But, you know, this does give me an idea. I may have been overcomplicating it in my head. I don't need pattern recognition, because I think most people would use wall theory, right? Pattern search. I think most people would use this to study their opening. They're not using this to study the middle game. So I'm going to cheat. I'm only going to look through SGFs that have only one branch with specific openings. I'm going to do it that way. Okay, that's half of my problem solved. If I just cheat by doing that, I solved half the complications of the SGF file. I just don't include SGFs with variations. That's all I have to do. And there's half my problem solved, because I don't think people are going to use that. People don't need branches in SGF files for researching their opening. Yeah. I'm going to keep thinking on this. I'm going to keep brainstorming this. But this is kind of what I want for my Go database. It's basically this. Yeah. The tricky part will be, like, I can get all the games that have, like, a specific opening. And then do a split by, maybe? Let's see, if I split this by colon, then if I split this by colons, colon is the root, colon is move 1. So if I split this by the colon, it would be 0, 1, 2. So it's index minus 1. 0, 1 is move 0. So yeah, it'd be index minus 1 as long as there's no branches. I don't know how to get every single move though. Do you guys have any idea on like how to get the next move extracted? I can say, hey, these pro games have this position, but how do I know what the next move is going to be? How do I get this information? That's where I'm stuck currently. In a sense, like, what do you, like, how would you help? Right now, it's a logic problem. If I can solve it logically, then I can code it. I mean, Wall Theory has a GitHub. I just don't understand it. See, WGO. The pattern search isn't in the GitHub. Actually, maybe I don't need to use the SGF. Maybe I need to use the Kifu object. But you can look at this too. But the Kifu object basically turns the SGF file into a JSON. So if I use JavaScript and the Kifu object to capture all the games, then I just send like 10,000 SGF files to the JavaScript, and I say, run a for loop and grab the next move from 10,000 and return a string or something, return a list of move coordinates that's like 10,000, like 1,000 to 10,000 long, and then I would have a list of next moves, and then I could just count the number of occurrences in the list. That sounds right. That sounds doable. That sounds doable. I like it. I like it. I think I can do that. I just, instead of using the SGF, I need to sort the Kifu, not the SGF. If I sort the JSON Kifu thing, then I can do it. Yeah, that's gonna be super easy. It's just gonna be data heavy, but possible. I'll have to play around with it. I'll play around with it. Yeah, I think that's very possible. I will say, one thing that this is doing is it's only capturing 50 games. No, it's not. It's capturing this many. What the fudge? Oh, so the matching games is only capturing 50 games, but the percentage of stuff... Well, this is cached result, right? That's why. This is a cached result. I think I can do it. I think I have ideas. I might be able to do it. I don't know if I'll be able to do it tomorrow, but won't happen in a day, but I have ideas. And so this does quick search. This has filters. So that's for game records though. Oh, and this, I don't know if I'll ever be able to do this. The engine analysis using Catago, I cannot figure out Catago. Like, I think at some point when I get some extra money, I'm going to hire someone to teach me how to use Catago. Because I cannot figure it out on my own. I have tried, cannot do it. I don't know how to implement Catago into a website at all. Like, I couldn't even get it working on Sabaki very well. I think I might have gotten it working on Sabaki once. But that took a while of trying to figure it out. So I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know how I'm going to implement that on a website. It's not super important right now, though. My stuff right now is not trying to compete with AI Sensei. AI Sensei's kind of got that covered. And so in order to save myself effort, on the SGF list, if you click right here, this toggle, there's actually an AI Sensei button. So if you wanted to review with AI, you just go to AI Sensei and upload it. And there you go. It's on AI Sensei now. Now you can review it with AI. And so I'm just using their service to do this instead of doing it myself. So I'm kind of cheating, so it's not a priority right now. Replacing Go for Go is kind of a priority, though. Yeah, so this site, the filters are premium. $4 a month. Okay. $5 a month. That's really cheap. This is really cheap. They have an app. Oh, gotcha. Chess-based mobile, 3 stars. Apparently does not work on mobile very well at all. One thing that really sucks is they don't have pictures of players. And the reason it sucks is I could steal them, but I don't want to. Oh, the site's down again. Oh my gosh. This is why I'm going to be successful, is because their site's always broke. This is how much per month? Oh, the software is $500 once. Man, my lifetime is $300 on Mega Dragon. I'm like, if you pay $300, I'm satisfied. Poor Gopher Go. It tries so hard. It's a really good site. Come on. Come on. Okay, maybe that tab is just broke. Come on. They're loading slower than some Mega Dragon. Which is saying something. $5.15. Where is this game coming from, though? I can't use these games, unfortunately, because their SGF file is corrupt as all get out. Like, look at this SGF file. Where's that? Save. Not secure. Oh my gosh. I don't care. Oh, there it is. Okay. Look at this massive piece of junk. Here's what the SGF file should look like for a pro game. And this thing is just massive. I don't know why. They have branches for every single move. They have a corrupted name. I don't know why this exists. This is awful. So I'm not using their games. The problem is I'm like a week behind GoKifu. You got an intern offer? Where? Hey, nothing wrong with the nothing wrong with buying a board in Unity Stones. You can review pro games now using Smeko Dragon's SGF list. See, I exist for you. Yeah, I'm trying to correlate like what made you buy a Go board when you got an intern offer? Or you were just excited that you have money coming in, you wanted to buy something for your hobby? Is that what it is? Because you made me think, like, did you get a job in the Go world and you're just excited to be a Go player? Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure what you were implying with it. But yeah, that makes sense. I gotta figure out where these are coming from, because I'm a week behind. Hey, buying a Go board increases you by like 5 ranks, I think. You buy a Go board, you rank up immediately. It's pay to win. Pay to win. Make sure you're doing Go problems every day and playing games every day, but just review the latest games on your Go board. I mean, that's how I would study Go games. I would take these magazines that I'm subscribed to. I would take my SGF database that I'm subscribed to and just replay the latest games on my Go board every day. Oh, interesting. These actually are citing Yike Chi has photos. This is a Go server. This is the English version of the Go server. Oh my gosh, what is... You're currently what do you mean screenshotting? Why are you not using Sumego Dragon? Screenshotting Baduk Pop Go puzzles. At least use Sumego Pro. Like, at least use Sumego Pro. It's a one-time payment. If you don't want to subscribe to Sumego Dragon, like, I get it. But at least use Sumego Pro over screenshots. That sounds like a nightmare. Screenshotting the puzzle. Sounds so annoying. Where's the news? Where's the news? Yeah, I need to find more sources for game records. The sources I have now are like a week behind. It's kind of acceptable, but... Oh, gotcha. Yeah, we need that brand recognition. Lagging that whole brand recognition. Baduk Pop has 2 million users. Can you believe 2 million users? If Sumego Dragon had 2 million users, I would be rolling in money. I would have like so much money. So much money. Because I have a 1% conversion rate, right? 1% conversion rate at 2 million users. That's $20,000 a month. I would make like $20,000 a month with 2 million users. Oh, that would be so amazing. It would be amazing. All right, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Kind of got off topic and talking about coding and stuff and Sumego Dragon and whatnot. But it was fun chatting with you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys learned something today. And with that, I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow.
Streams just
Thank you for the follow, Donko. And I will see you guys next time.